Hello, I'm Hal Ottaway with the Wichita Postcard Club, here again for another one of our Wichita Postcards of the Week. And I wanted to maybe do a little or something a little bit different today, in that I wanted to show you a common scene, something we've all seen many times, and to look at it in terms of collecting it through the years of its existence. And what I'm talking about is our round Century 2 building downtown Wichita. Of course, it's just west of Main Street and south of Douglas Street. I started to look up and look into the history of who had lived there, at the earliest days, and that turned out to be Mr. Griffinstein, one of the founders of Wichita. He had a two-story frame house in that general area. It was torn down, and then the Wichita Forum was built in 1911, 1912, and 1911 is when the Forum opened. It lasted until 1965, and then the Wichita Forum was torn down, and the Century 2 Plaza and all of that area was developed after that. The Century 2, the round building, was dedicated in 1970 in January, and it was to be the end-all area venue for all kinds of performances and symphony and all of these cultural events that we have in Wichita, including auto shows and trailer and camping shows, all of that sort of thing. But anyway, that one building, now they're talking about maybe having another change. It's been there, I can't believe it, but it's been there for 50 years, since 1970. But whatever the outcome or whatever happens, now is a good time to look for those postcards because they're plentiful, they're around, they're in somebody's artwork that they've made into a postcard. I've been collecting the Century 2 postcards for quite a few years now, and it's fun to just see all of the different aspects that they come in. I have one of the not exaggerated, but one of the oversized postcards showing the Century 2. The telephone company is the people that issued that at the time. But here's the building, and here's one of the first cards that came about. You can see that this actually is one of the artist's drawings of what it was to look like. And they did a good job of building a building that was pretty much like they said it would be. But in any case, architectural drawings, that's another neat and different way to collect postcards. But other cards of Century 2 and all of its different aspects, I think, is kind of a worthwhile project. It may not be there much longer. On the other hand, we're talking about the virus these days, and it's taken the Century 2 right off the front page of the paper. But in any case, there'll be changes made, I'm sure, at some point, and you'll be glad that you had these cards. Now is the time to find them. They're not only plentiful, but they're inexpensive. I don't want to use the word cheap, but they're inexpensive, anywhere from a dime to a quarter, at garage sales and estate sales, all of that sort of thing. I would encourage you to look for a Century 2 card or any other building that you find interesting. It could be a church. It could be all kinds of street scenes of Wichita. They're all interesting to collect. And so I think that's about all I'm going to talk about in terms of the Century 2 cards today. But I wish you all a happy 4th of July And thanks very much, and we'll look forward to this next week. Bye-bye.